London. The dead of night. Rain slicks the streets, turning the neon glow of Piccadilly Circus into a blurry, electric dream. But tonight, something else stirs in the shadows. Something sleek, fast, and far from human. They call themselves the Night Claws. Ash, the leader, silent and observant. Bolt, the muscle, twitching with caged energy. Nyx, the ghost, a whisper in the dark. Gear, the tech whiz, his eyes scanning for digital threats. And Luna, the sharpshooter, her gaze as steady as a predator's. Suddenly, the familiar hum of the city is shattered by the high-pitched whine of approaching drones. They swarm from the rooftops like mechanical hornets, their red optic sensors locking onto the team. Without a word, Bolt springs into action. He leaps, a blur of motion against the rainy sky, and smashes a drone to pieces with a perfectly timed aerial strike. Sparks fly. Before the others can react, Gear raises a device on his wrist. A pulse of blue energy erupts, and the remaining drones falter, dropping from the air like stones. That's their window. Ash points towards the dark maw of an underground station. Go, go, go! They descend into the labyrinth of tunnels, the air thick with the smell of ozone and damp concrete. But they're not alone. Robotic sentinels, armed and waiting, activate in the gloom. The fight is immediate and brutal. Bolt is a whirlwind of close-quarters combat, disabling sentinels with powerful, precise strikes. Nyx flows through the chaos, a shadow that strikes from behind, her blades disabling joints and severing power cables. All the while, Luna provides cover from a distance, her shots echoing down the long corridors, each one finding its mark with pinpoint accuracy, taking out targets before they can even get a bead on the team. Their objective is a hidden laboratory, buried deep within the network of abandoned tunnels. Inside, a renowned scientist is being held captive, forced to work on a dangerous new technology. Prying open the reinforced door, they find him, looking haggard under the harsh fluorescent lights, surrounded by guards. The ensuing firefight is a symphony of controlled chaos. Ash directs the team with hand signals, coordinating their assault flawlessly. Gear hacks the lab security systems, turning the automated defenses against their creators and plunging the room into disorienting darkness, save for the emergency strobes. With the scientists secured, their only way out is up. They burst onto the rooftops, the cold night air a welcome relief. But Dr. Ari's Thorn left us a little present. A single, encrypted data drive, wiped clean of any fingerprints. Getting inside was like cracking a digital fortress, layer after layer of code designed to keep secrets buried. But we are the Night Claws, and secrets are our specialty. As the final firewall crumbled, we saw the truth. The kidnapping? It was just a smokescreen, a sleight of hand to keep us busy. While we were chasing shadows, the real threat was gearing up. The data revealed a coordinated global strike, something bigger and more terrifying than we could have ever imagined. And somewhere, in a room filled with monitors, a new player watched our every move, a chilling smile playing on their lips. The game has just changed, and we are officially out of time. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. The world holds its breath. A silent threat, a digital ghost, has cast a shadow across the globe, and only one team has the courage to stand against it, the Night Claws. Their latest intel points to a single, terrifying source, a high-tech fortress nestled deep within the treacherous peaks of the Swiss Alps. This isn't just a mission, it's a race against time. The team has tracked the global threat to this impenetrable stronghold, the lair of a shadowy mastermind known only as the Architect. His plan? To unleash a coordinated strike that will bring civilization to its knees. The countdown has already begun. For the Night Claws, failure is not an option. Their operation begins with a daring high-altitude insertion, a silent descent through the freezing alpine air, their shadows dancing on the snow-covered cliffs. They must become ghosts, moving unseen and unheard through layers of state-of-the-art security systems designed by a genius. Every sensor, every laser grid, every automated drone is a puzzle they must solve or a trap that could end it all. This is where Gear, the team's unparalleled tech wizard, truly shines. Hooked into the Fortress's network, he engages in a digital duel against the Architect's sophisticated AI. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse fought in cyberspace, with lines of code flying like bullets. One wrong move, and alarms will scream, sealing their fate. Guy's fingers fly across his console, bypassing firewalls and rewriting protocols, creating a narrow window for his team to push deeper into the heart of the beast. As they navigate the sterile, futuristic corridors, the tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Each corner could hide a patrol, each door a new death trap. The silence is their ally, the darkness their cloak. They move with the precision of predators, their training honed to a razor's edge. Finally, they reach the control center. There, silhouetted against a bank of monitors displaying countdown timers for cities around the world, stands the architect. The confrontation is inevitable, a climactic showdown of wits, skill, and sheer will. It's the raw power of the night claws against the cold, calculating genius of the man who wants to watch the world burn. Will they be able to dismantle the network and stop the global strike before it's too late? Or will the architect's vision of chaos become our new reality? The final seconds are ticking away. This is the Night Claws' defining moment. The Night Claws return to London, thinking they'd won. The city welcomed them as heroes, the shadow of the architect seemingly banished forever. But victory is a fleeting thing in the shadows. We celebrated, yes, but a gnawing unease settled in our hearts. The architect's defeat felt too easy. His network crumbled too quickly. His plans felt too straightforward for a mastermind. We started digging, pulling at the loose threads he'd left behind, and what we found chilled us to the bone. The architect wasn't the master, he was a pawn. A puppet on strings, manipulated by a force far older and more insidious than we could have ever imagined. His journal, filled with cryptic notes and coded maps, pointed us toward a secret society, a cabal that has pulled the strings of London's history for centuries. This wasn't just a criminal enterprise. This was a conspiracy woven into the very fabric of the city, a brotherhood of humanoid animals calling themselves the Gilded Menagerie. They see themselves as the true inheritors of the world, and us, all of us, as mere obstacles. The clues led us away from the gleaming skyscrapers and back into the city's forgotten past. We descended into a labyrinth of hidden Victorian-era tunnels, a secret underground network right beneath our feet. The air was thick with the dust of ages and the scent of danger. Every corner we turned, we felt their eyes on us. They knew we were coming. The Gilded Menagerie had turned our own city against us, using its history as a weapon. Traps laid a century ago were sprung, and ambushes were waiting in the darkness. It was a relentless chase through the bowels of London, a test of our every skill and instinct. We fought our way through, following the trail to their inner sanctum. It wasn't some dusty crypt or hidden lair. Their grand meeting was happening in plain sight, concealed behind the glamour of a high society gala in a historic city mansion. While London's elite danced and drank above, the Gilded Menagerie was gathered below, finalizing a plan that would change the world forever, cementing their power and subjugating all who stood in their way. We knew we couldn't just fight our way in this time. This required subtlety, cunning, and a whole lot of courage. Now, we stand at the precipice. The final confrontation is here, not just for our own survival, but for the future of our kind and the soul of the city we call home. We have to expose their conspiracy, to pull back the curtain and show the world the monsters hiding behind their gilded masks. The fight against the architect was just the beginning. This is the real war. Thank you for following our journey. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.